Okay, now it is coming now. Okay, good. Okay, so we'll wait for a second only, then we'll start. So in the meantime, you can ask any question in this question panel. So we'll take it one by one. Mm. Okay, so now let's start. Uh, our today's topic is how the derivative data can help us in identifying the how this derivative data can help us in identifying trend. What is trend? Matlab, trend is positive, negative, or kind of sideways trend. And what this derivative data is telling us, whether this trend will continue, whether this trend will pause, or whether this trend likely to reverse. So I think it is all of you know that it is very simple thing. I think the derivative, if open interest is rising and price is rising, then it is bullish sign. It is open interest is rising and price is falling, that is bearish sign. Open interest rising, price rising, it's called long. Open interest uh, rising, price falling is called short. So I think, yes, Harshil, we will definitely track this, that how we will able to find this smart money movement. We'll definitely do that. So the basic funda is clear for all of you, I'm guessing. Uh, Everyone knows open interest and everything. For just I am giving just a brief introduction. What is open interest? So open interest is outstanding position. So how many number of contract outstanding are there in the derivative segment, whether they are futures or contracts or options contract. So this that is it. बस यही open interest है, मतलब क्या outstanding positions है वही open interest है. Is this clear to everyone? What is outstanding positions are the open interest positions. For example, and we'll not spend too much time on this. For example, Monday, if client A buys two futures of TCS and client B sells two futures of TCS, then the open interest is 2. Why? Because A has bought this contract and B has sell the contract. So both have two open positions. Both the client have. It is not 4, it is 2. On the Tuesday, if client B buys two futures and client C sells two futures, so B has square of his positions and now the C has sell. So again, there is outstanding position. This open interest is 2 only. So I think, is this clear to everyone? How the open interest changes, rises or decreases. Open interest rises means new positions are being created, and open interest falling means the existing ones are winding up. So is this clear? Guys, I'll seek some help from you also. So I think if you keep it more interactive, then okay. Thank you, Arshil. Uh, Now we'll move ahead. So I had taken this from the person who has learned. I had taken this data from him only. We'll analyze the uptrend and the downtrend. First, we'll analyze how the uptrend happens. Then we'll analyze how the downtrend happens. For the uptrend, if prices are rising, delivery is rising, and open interest is also rising, it's a strong sign that it is a very strong long thing has happened. So the first line, I think everybody is with me. if price is rising, delivery, we are taking delivery into this account. So have you moved to next page? Yes, I had only seen the title page. Not able to see this page. Price, volume and open interest data, you are not able to see that. Okay, just a minute, just a minute. Now is it available? No, just a minute. क्या issue है? Just a minute. Huh? Is it visible now? Now it is visible, the PPT. Okay. So if prices are rising, delivery is rising, open interest is also rising, then it is a sign that it is a strong long day has happened. So I think I had the price and open interest data is already available everywhere. What I had added is the delivery data. I am preparing my own delivery data Excel sheet. I will show you that, and then I will show you where you can find the online. Also, you can find where you can find the delivery data also. So first, I will show you my Excel sheet. Now we'll move to my Excel sheet. Is the Excel sheet is visible to everybody? Still seeing the reading price and volume? Yeah, Shailendra, I am on that only. Now I am starting sharing the Excel. It is not, I think, just a minute. It is not entire session, it is not sharing. Just a minute, share. Now are you able to look see the Excel sheet? Is Excel sheet visible to everybody? Yes, okay, great. So I had prepared my own data. So let us analyze the Bajaj Finance. Guys, this is my own data. So I will show you where you can find the data as well. So whatever analysis is saying, if prices are rising, delivery is rising, and open interest is also rising, then it is a bullish sign. Correct? Okay. So on the day of 10th of 7th of August, this day, I think this candle, the big green big white candle, everybody is able to, I think, see that candle. Is this candle is visible on 7th of August, 7 अगस्त को 7 अगस्त को price has risen, open interest has fallen. Everybody, is that visible now? Yeah, okay. On 7th August, price has risen and open interest has fallen. Here also you can see that from this day. From 6th, the open interest was around 53 lakhs. On the very next day, it was 50 lakhs. So open interest is down, but prices was moving up, and delivery was also moving up. This data is of delivery data, the yellow bar, and blue line on that yellow bar is the average line of that yellow, means average line of last 5 days average of delivery. So you can see that delivery is also rising. Open interest has got flat, means negative. Open interest is negative around by -5%. So it is not indicating anything, correct? Open interest is -5%, and prices have risen, delivery has also risen. So ideally, we cannot call that this day was a long day. Am I sure? Am I correct? On 7th of August, is this clear to everybody? On 17th of August, sorry 7 अगस्त को प्राइस बढ़े हैं अराउंड 4%, 3.5%. डिलीवरी भी 7 अगस्त को बढ़े हैं अराउंड 400 करोड़. दैट वाज मोर देन 100% of last 5 days, around 125%. So delivery is also risen, but the open interest has fallen by 5%. So we cannot say that this day was a long day. Am I clear? Is this clear to everybody? Okay, great. So on the very next day, what has happened? On next day, price has moved up from yesterday, reached to 3556, and all the way closed down to 3442, and open interest has risen. And on that day, delivery was not there. Okay, so ideally this day is a short day. Is everybody is with me? On which day we are talking about? 10th of August. On 10th of August, the Bajaj Finance has created short day. Although the price is also moved by minus point, a very minor negative movement, but the open interest has risen. So beyond this candle, we can say that the short has been created on 10th of August. So now let us move along. Let us check a long day. Okay. On 24th of August, price has risen by around say 3%, and open interest has risen by around 1.86%. So we can say that it was a long day. Maybe we don't know whether the long is after this day only we can able to make confirm that whether long was there or not. So on this day, on which day? 24th of August, let us see the delivery data. Delivery is also risen by around 341 crore. It is around 200 times of average. So we don't know what has happened on these day. मतलब 24 तारीख का high. Let us open a chart. We get this data AOD or during the day. No, Mr. Dev, this data I generally get this data end of day only, and only end of day data is reliable. Why it is so? Because there are participants who are authorized that they cannot even they should not disclose their open interest data. So the real time open interest data is not the correct picture of open interest. Why? Because there are so many things, so many contracts has not been communicated to exchange. It will get communicated to exchange after the day. So the live open interest data is sometime misleading. You can check that with your any software also. If you see the 3:30 p.m. open interest data and end of the open interest data around evening, that will be also a different picture. So only EOD date open interest data is meaningful. Let us open a chart. Is this chart visible to everybody? This chart is visible to everybody? We are talking about 7th of August data, and then on that day we had seen that on this day no open interest has been added on 7th of August. You can check here also on 7th of August actually it was open interest has been reduced by 5%. Is this chart okay? So if we had followed the open interest data, just a minute, if we had followed the open interest data, so we say that we have avoided the move of 7th of after the 7th of August, we should not taken the long position after 7th of August. Is this clear to everybody? Okay, Tusharji. Is this clear to everybody that if on 7th of August we had checked the open interest data, we had not taken the long position? Why we had not taken the long position? What was the reason? What was the reason why we had not taken the long position on 7th of August? After 7th of August, we had not taken the long position. Although you just check the price chart and everything, it is rising, prices are rising. It has came across the resistance 3508. But if you see the moving average, just a minute, we will see the moving average. Moving average as crossover just happened, it has risen. Let us see the MACD. MACD was not giving any signal on that day, but it was above moving average. RSI was also above 64. So if you combine all this thing, then I think we have avoided the long position after the 7th. Means on 10th of August we have not gone long. Is this clear to everybody? As AI, yes, correct. As AI is reduced, we had not taken the long position. Now, on this day, on 10th of August, AI has risen and the open interest has risen and delivery is flat. We'll see that on 10th of August. On 10th of August, this day, open interest has risen significantly, around 10%. So 10% move for the Bajaj Finance is not normal. Each and every stock has a characteristic of open interest. The average open interest change for each and every stock is a different. So you must know what is the average open interest change for each and every stock. How you can do that? By checking the last 1 year data of each and every stock, that how much open interest change has happened every day. So just a minute, Bajaj Finance. I am having that data with me. For Bajaj Finance, the average open interest change is 2.26%. I think you will able to see this 2.26% average open interest is normal for Bajaj Finance, and 2% price change is normal for Bajaj Finance. So beyond that, only the abnormal thing has happened. So I think this is clear to everybody. Each and every stock has a different. It's me who is not guessing in hearing voice. See, everybody is able to see the chart. Please clear. Please make confirm. Shailendra ji, Murti Raj ji, Tushar ji. Okay, chart is also visible, na? So KK ji, I think there must be some issue. No, Tushar, you also not seeing able to see. Just a minute, I'm sharing it once again. Now it is visible? This chart is visible to everybody? Okay. So on this day, on 10th of August, we had seen that open interest has risen, but significant thing. what I was showing you is each and every stock has a different characteristic of open interest and price change. So you must have some idea of how uh, average open interest change is this for this counter. For Bajaj Finance, the average open interest change is 2.26%, and price changes average price change is 2%. So beyond that, if you find any movement, so then you should pay attention. Otherwise, it is normal thing. 2.5% open interest change for Bajaj Finance is normal. It is not abnormal. So I think it is clear to everybody. Anushil ji, this data I am preparing for myself. So average open interest change, how to calculate average open interest change for for each stock? You must download the data from NSE, and then you into Excel, and then you can average it out. So that is how you can get the average open interest change for each and every stock. I am having my own this thing. So let us move ahead. On 10th of August, the open interest has risen, but no delivery. See, on 10th of August, yeah, it is delivery is also there. On 10th of August, open interest is there and delivery also there. So ideally, this day you can see that it was a short day. Why? Because delivery has risen, open interest has risen, and price has fallen. How much percentage the price has fallen? Let us check on the 10th of August. On 10th of August, the Bajaj Finance open price was down by only minus 0.62%. So what is our average is for Bajaj Finance? What is the average price change? The average price change is 2%. So beyond 2% change, plus 2% or minus 2%, the significant can be considered. Within this band, we can say that the price move are not that significant. So for this day, we cannot say that price has fallen and open interest has risen. Then that means short has been created. I think, am I clear right now? Mr. Dev, I will definitely spend 5 minutes later at the end of this session that how to do this Excel sheet. Okay, will it be all right now? So what we can infer, the only open interest chart, open interest data is not, you should combine the open interest with the price change. So now let us see the trend of this stock. This is Bajaj Finance stock, and if we see the trend of this stock, what you see, whether the trend is long or short for Bajaj Finance, what you see, the trend is long or short? Long. Great. So now, if Bajaj Finance trend is long, on 7th of August, what you were doing, what signal we had got from the open interest data, it is that we should go short on this 10th of August. Is this clear, everybody? What signal what we get on the 10th of August that we should go short on this counter? Is this clear? What I am trying to tell you is clear. On 10th of August, we got the signal on open interest that we should go short. Why? Because on 10th of August, prices fallen by 0.6% and open interest risen by say around 10%. So 10% move is a very significant move, and delivery has also risen around say 125%. So a major day has happened on 10th of August, and it was indicating short. Is this clear? Can you explain it once more why you need to go short on 10th? Yes. Just a minute, Anshulji. So on 10th of August, this day, what has happened? Prices move around 3556 and closed around 3441. So it was yesterday's close was around 3470 around 3464, and 10th of August close is 3442. So yesterday's it is minus 20 rupees lesser than yesterday's close, and open interest has risen Delivery has also risen. So we can conclude that the short has been created on this day, on 10th of August. Is this clear now? While delivery percent is not. No, it is showing. Delivery is also showing. See, just a minute. This 10th of August date, delivery is around 453 crores. And the average for this is around 400 crores. So delivery was also there on 10th of August. That is what I'm telling you, that on 10th of August, delivery is also there. Open interest also risen by 10% and price has fallen by 0.6%. So that was short day. 10th of August was a short day. Clear? Yes, prices closed negative. So we can conclude that it was a short day. Got the point? Okay. And then what happened next? Prices move below, move down all the way to 3322. On the 11th of August, just a minute. What I'm trying to tell you is that on 11th of August, the prices went below 3404. Low on 10th of 11th of August, the low was 3404, and on 10th of August, the low was 3413. So only 4 and 3, 9 rupees difference was there on 11th of August. So can we conclude anything? We should. So based on 11th August, we would decide for 11. Yes, correct. On 10th of August, we had seen the data on 10th of August, and after the data we see, we decide on 11th of August that what we should do. We should go short or we should go long. So ideally, we don't know what has happened within this candle. Just a minute. Where B people are or a novice people are making mistakes is that when we see prices fallen, open interest has risen, we will go short. Whenever see prices risen, open interest has risen, we go long. So ideally, it is not as simple as that. So what we should do on next day, we should mark high and low of yesterday's, and at least price should spend some time above this high or below this low. Then only we can conclude that this day the short has been created or long has been created. I think it is clear to everybody. Yes, just based on price we are concluding it. Yes, correct, as mentioned in your initial exercise. Okay, so what my Excel sheet is telling me that significant day has happened. What I am trying to tell you कि कुछ कुछ यहाँ पे जो पार्टिसिपेंट कल को थे वो कोई मेजर पार्टिसिपेंट थे. इज दिस, आर यू गेटिंग दिस ओनली? we should interpret it that yesterday वो जो भी कोई ये पार्टिसिपेंट प्राइस पे ट्रेड कर रहे थे वो वेरी मतलब पावरफुल लोग थे. वो इधर कोई इंस्टीट्यूशन था या कोई प्रो ट्रेड था. व्हाई? बिकॉज ओपन इंटरेस्ट 10% मूव हुआ है और डिलीवरी अराउंड 453 करोड़ का हुआ है. सो ये जो डेटा है, ये डिलीवरी इतना और ओपन इंटरेस्ट का डेटा इतना, ये रिटेल इन्वेस्टर नहीं कर सकते. 450 करोड़ का डिलीवरी और अराउंड 10% ओपन इंटरेस्ट, it is not a retail guy who has done that. Yes, okay, Shailendra ji. So what we had concluded on 10th of August that the major thing has happened. Now what we should do on next day? On next day, on 11th of August, we should mark the high and low of the yesterday's candle. And on yesterday's candle, this price is, if it breaks above this high, it should spend some time. Let us say 1 hour, 2 hour time should be spent beyond the high, and 1 hour, 2 hour time should be spent beyond the low. If short is created, the price should move lower, and if long has created, price should move higher. So we should do this only after this exercise, and then we can conclude that whether short has been created or long has been created. Is this clear? we should go short. Ideally, we should go short, but we should wait for the price to move beyond the yesterday's low if it is short. And on the 11th of August, it has not moved beyond the yesterday's low. It has only moved 9 rupees below and close above, close within the range. After on 12th of August also, it has moved beyond and close within this range. So considerable time has not been spent beyond this high low. What I'm trying to tell you is that only. It should spend considerable. Sorry, we should not be taking in. Yes, correct. On 12th of August, on 12th, 11th of August, also we should not take any trade. On 12th of August, we should not take any trade. On 13th of August, we should not take any trade. I think this is clear to everybody. On 11th, 12th, and 13th, there was no trade. Is this clear? On 11th, 12th, and 13th, there were no trades. Yes, we can take trade on data of 10th. We can take trade on 11th, but it should break the boundaries of yesterday. Significant boundary. It should break. It should spend above or beyond that boundary. Then only we can take trade. This is where we get mistake. This is where we get trapped. Ideally, is this clear? We are seeing this data on a day time frame. So if a day time frame, if you are doing this, just a minute, we'll move to 60 minutes. See, on 11th, only just a single candle has happened and no significant move after that. On 11th of August, on 14th of August, 14th of August. So from 12 to 13, see, you just see from this day's high. Just a minute, just a minute. I'm simultaneously open both the chart so you can have an idea. This is a day time frame chart and this is 1 hour time frame chart. Now just see, say the 10th of August low was 3413. You just see that only on 12th of August, 11th of August, 11th August, no, 10th of August, then 11th, not 11th, 10th and 11th, 10th, 11th. See, you just see on 11th, there was no single candle, 1 hour candle has happened below this yesterday's line. So on 11th of August, there were no trades. Is this clear? There were no trades on 11th. Yeah, what I'm telling you, only the option, future and option data, we cannot take trade. We should combine this data with the chart. If you trade based on only the data, then there are chances that you may get trapped. So on 14th of August, a candle has happened, red candle, 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candles. See, now the shorts has been created. Only after this candle, we had seen that this candle has broken the previous day's highs, previous day's lows. It has tested above and again fall below. So if at all we want to create short on 14th of August after 11:15, we could go short on this counter. And if we could go short on this counter, what was our target? Now let us see. If we have got short on this counter, here this support is already there. This support is already there, 3169, and this previous high was 3284. So This zone should act as a support in case if the prices falls. Our primary target should be this area. Is this clear to everybody? So what I understood, if price is closing negative but delivery and Y is increasing, the idea we should to short, but price should spend some time on previous. Correct. Anshulji, you are right on the track. Then only you can take shots. Not blindly you can take shots. And if at all we had got short, what was our target in that case? So 3284. So if we had got around 34, say for example 3409, beyond this point we are supposed to short 3409. Our target was 3284. So ideally 100 rupees target. And what was our stop loss? The previous day high. So that was around 3560. So you are bound to lose if your stop loss is trigger 150 rupees, and if your target met, you are supposed to get 100 rupees only. Is this clear? If we had got short on this counter, our stop loss was the 10th of August high. It was 3550 around, and our target was 100 rupees. So stop loss was 150 rupees. Target was 100 rupees. So should we take this short trade? Request you to please answer. But yes, correct. Risk reward ratio is very low, and we are moving against the trend. So what was the trend for Bajaj Auto? It was uptrend, and what we are taking positions against the trend. Is this clear? We are taking positions against the trend. Was that clear to everybody? Was that clear? So let us move ahead. So we have not taken the short position on Bajaj Finance. Now we'll move ahead. What happens next, we'll see that. Then what has happened on 24th of August, price has risen, open interest has risen. On 25th of August, price has risen, open interest has risen. By very fractional, not much, but delivery was quite high on 24, 25th and 26th. So ideally we can say that what has happened between this zone, what has happened between the 3550 and 320 zone, 3330 zone, it was a consolidation and it was kind of accumulation in this zone, and then prices move ahead, and then they had reduced the open interest on 18th of August. So if this short has been created, if these shorts has been created, so ideally when the prices move, the open interest should fall drastically. Am I clear? If the short has been created, if prices move beyond 3550, the open interest should fall drastically because they are in trouble. They are supposed to make huge loss. Then why open interest has not fallen significantly? Although the open interest has fallen on 20th of August, on this day, not on this today where the major prices happened. The prices move ahead from movement up from say 34012 all the way to 370, around 300 rupees. When prices move 300 rupees against them, then ideally they should cut the loss, but they had not done that. Why it is so? If someone has created short position on this day, and when this day high crosses, ideally he should square off his position, but you see the open interest has not fallen significantly after this day. You can check it here also. After 10th of August, open interest has not fallen, almost steady. So ideally he should book losses, but why he is not doing that? Am I clear? So now I think what smart money has done on 10th of August is clear to everybody. Request all of you to please reply. What smart money has done on 10th? No, why he has not squared off? Because they were long. Mr. Dev, why they had not squared off? Because they were created long. They had created long. They were not short on 10th of August, and we are making assumption that they were short, but actually they were long. Got the point? So this day move was deceptive. On the move of 10th of August was deceptive, that prices are moving below. It was deceptive move. They are showing you some different picture that now the price will fall. They had shown you picture that now the prices will fall, and actually fall also, but not by major points. And then all the way the prices move ahead. Is this clear? Yes, 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 yes. Make sure retailers to exit. So now you got the idea how to interpret this. So now will you able to do that? So whenever you see a price rise and open interest rise, you will not jump immediately into the trade, correct? Let us take one more example. See, on Torrent Power, 7th of August was a quite highest open interest change has happened, and on 7th of August delivery is also quite high. Now let us see what has happened. See, this day the highest delivery has happened, highest open interest change has happened, and after this day the price fallen on 20th of August. Just a minute, 20th of August. Okay, on this day also. See, on 20th of August, the open interest was up by 20%, but on 7th of August, the open interest was up by 100%. Let us check that date. 7th of August. The previous day open interest was around 1 crore 37 lakhs, and this day open interest was around 2 crore 82 lakhs. Okay. Now let us see. Sun Pharma, we'll see Sun Pharma, but for example, we'll see the Torrent Power. Now for Torrent Power, this day highest open interest change has happened. Whether they were now tell me which sort of candle is this? This candle, which sort of candle is this? On 7th of August, can you identify this candle? 7th of August wala candle? Anyone? 7th of August wala candle, this candle. What sort of candle is this? Very bearish candle? Inverted hammer? Shooting star? Yeah, kind of shooting star. Inverted hammer. Dragonfly doji, and which one is the other one is? So ideally this candle is a very bearish candle, correct? But the data was showing open interest has risen, delivery has risen. So data was pointing something different thing. But the chart was pointing something different thing. We don't know what has happened beyond this. So ideally we should wait for this high to break or this low to break in a meaningful way. Then only we can go long or short. So let us see Sun Pharma now. Theoretically, if you have any question, please ask. Please, sir, please CLR audio and video. Clear audio नहीं आ रहा है क्या? Just a minute. Now is the audio is clear? Okay. So please understand what fine for me. Okay. What I am trying to tell you the theoretical aspect. Have you got clear idea of now how will you look the open interest change, delivery change data? You should not jump into any conclusion just based on open interest and delivery data. You should keep in mind the context, the trend, what trend it is happening, whether this is a kind of accumulation kind of a thing, and then prices move ahead. It may possible that within this zone you should see this zone cumulatively, and within this zone you should see the price, the open interest change. Within this zone you should see the open interest change. I'll show you one more example of Ashok Leyland. So Ashok Leyland, we are seeing here 5th and 6th of August data. So you can see on chart, the Ashok Leyland chart is showing. Let us first see the weekly chart. So weekly chart was showing it has fallen from 60 to around 50 rupees, and you can see the prices has compressed significantly. This is my high-low percentage indicator, which shows that on 3rd of August the prices high-low price range was around 3.6%, and the average weekly price change for Ashok Leyland is around 6.5%. So you can see the significant price compression has happened. It was happening since last 3-4 weeks. I think this is visible to you, everybody. Yes, correct, Harshiji. Wait for confirmation. So what has happened? Now let us check the daily chart. On daily chart, you can see the prices fallen from 51 to say 48 on from 30th of July to 7th of August. The price was continuously falling from 52 rupees to 48 rupees. Now let us check what has happened to the open interest data on from this date. From 7, you can see from 5th of August, 7th of August, 10th of August, 12th of August, delivery is rising continuously. Around 355-60 crore of delivery was happening every day since last 3-4 days. What was happening with open interest? The prices were around same level, and from 5th of August open interest, on 4th of August the open interest was around 4 crore 36 lakhs. The very next day it was 4 crore 92 lakhs. Then around 4 crore 95 lakhs. Again open interest risen 5 crore 26 lakhs. And on 13th of August, the open interest has happened around. No, we'll not see the 61 rupees move. We'll see the 53 rupees move. And on that day, the open interest has fallen a dip only, but delivery you are seeing just continuously rising. Open interest was also continuously rising within this consolidation zone. Within this consolidation zone, open interest was also rising, deliveries was also rising. So only what we need is just a minute, rectangle only. Within this zone, significant delivery is happening and significant open interest change is happening. That was visible from the data. Okay, I think you must all be able to see this. So from last 4-5 days, continuously open interest and delivery was risen. Was that clear to everybody? Steady rise, correct. And the prices was moving within a band only, neither up, neither down. So whenever the move happens, it has happened, it has blasted, and on that day, um, this day was happening beyond its result. Its result was declared on 12th of August. And guys, is everyone know how was the result? How was the result for Ashok Leyland? If anyone has any idea of Ashok Leyland's result, actually I had taken the trade and I had told my fellow members also to do to take the trade in Ashok Leyland. Does anyone have any idea of what was the result? So the result was, guys, believe me, it was pathetic result, and they had made losses, a lifetime low losses, highest loss ever they had made on this day, and still the prices went up. So if you had opened the TV screen on this 12th of on this day, 12th of August, you must have sold your Ashok Leyland, because the guys on TV channel were hugely negative and was quite think that the price should fall and everything, and this and see the price move ahead. No, they had not got any. There was no news on this day. On this day, there was no news. On 12th of August, only news was their result, and result was very pathetic. So I think if you follow price and open interest only, then you need not to see the I think news also. Let us show you one more example of Infosys. See, on Infosys, on this day, on 18th of October, there were some news around that company has made some fraud, and internal someone has released this news. Let us check that data of 18th of October 2019. October. And about that also. So the move has happened on 18th of October 2019. The price was 767, and after that day the price was around 643. And now let us check the delivery and open interest. So if you can see, on 14th of August the open interest was around 4 crore 45 lakhs. On the very next day 4 crore 76 lakhs. Then very next day 4 crore 83 lakhs. The very next day 4 crore 95 lakhs. Very next day 5 crores. See, when the prices fallen, the open interest was around 4 crore 45 lakhs to 5 crores. Almost price is at open interest has risen by 50 lakhs. Delivery was also rising between this period. What I'm trying to whistleblower news, yes, correct, whistleblower news. What I'm trying to tell you is that on from this for 3-4 days open interest was continuously rising, and around 50 lakhs new open interest has been added, and delivery was also rising. So do you think someone, maybe someone who has some news within this 3-4 days? Because beyond that there was no delivery. Actually the delivery was sorry, the operators was went below from all the way from say around 60 millions to 40 millions, and it was same around same on that level from 27th of September to around say 14th of October. There were no major significant open interest change, and before this fall only the open interest change has happened significantly. So can you explain how this will happen? How this has happened? Yes, Mr. Arshad, they made great money, but we can only follow them, correct? So what if we see, if we regularly see, if you regularly track open interest delivery data with chart, we can have fair idea of what is happening. So how someone was asking how I do. This is my summary sheet. I am having 160 stocks list, and what has done that stock on the day that I got in the form of summary. So for example, Axis Bank on 20th of August, the open interest has delivery, sorry, the price has risen by 7.5%, open interest has risen by 4.55%, delivery around 172, around 567 crores of delivery has happened. What is the average open interest change for Axis Bank? 2%, and average price change is around 1.8%. So I can make sure that something has happened, so that stock is got in my radar. So next day what to do? What should I do? I should do the high and low. I should keep a mark both this price. Whenever price spent significant time beyond this zone, there the my entries. Got the point? So is there any question now? If you have any question, please ask. Now I think the smart money, or the say the smarter guy, will not deceptive you by Mr. Dev. I'll show you how I prepare this Excel. It is very time consuming and very how to make that Excel sheet on regular basis. Just a minute. Just a minute. You go to the NSE site. Go to the products, equity derivatives. There you can get the current market reports. Now we'll see the new site. New site is happened. Just a minute. New NSE site, NSE website, resources, download daily market reports, daily reports and monthly reports. This here the cash segment data, capital market daily reports. In this segment you will get the cash segment data. And where is the Bhav copy? Just a minute. Bhav copy. Here is the Bhav copy. You can download this Bhav copy. Then you go to the derivative segment. There also the daily reports are available. From that you go to the how copy of FO, how copy CSV file, this file. Let us see this file and capital market, how copy, download both these files, extract here, extract this also. So in this file you get the all the stock price, total traded delivery value, total traded quantity, delivery quantity, total transactions. Now what you should do, you should combine this file with the option future file, with this file. You select an instrument, whatever you want to track, ACC, you check it's only future data, you just take the future stock. Here you get the 3 expiry open interest data. Now you should combine this data, open interest, this is open interest, all of 3 expiry, change in open interest of all of this expiry. You combine this data and put this data along with the cash market data. That is how you will have clear picture. And you I think you should make some or your arrangement. You can do it for only for a particular stock. You should copy paste each and every day, then it is available. So any question regarding to how to see this file? One more thing what we are going to see now, Sun Pharma. Let us take Sun Pharma. Sun Pharma. Let us check the August data. What is happening in Sun Pharma? Anyone? Price is rising, delivery is rising, and open interest is also rising. So now what should you do from this, looking at this chart, looking at this data? What is your next course of action for this Sun Pharma? I think you should able to answer this. Let us open the Sun Pharma chart also. Sun Pharma. So now what to do? Tell me. Next day what you should do on Sun Pharma? See, Mr. Russell, you have to copy paste all of this thing regularly. And I had made my own programming to do this. So ideally it is not possible if you don't program it. Then for all the stock you cannot do that because it is very time consuming. If you can program it, then you can do this. Otherwise you can visit a website. Just a minute, a free website is also available. Just a minute, I'm showing you. The Opstra.definage. Here you go to the futures and futures open interest. Here you select whatever stock you want to check. Last 6 months, last month, last 10 days, whatever data you want to check. Now here it is available. See, for example, Sun Pharma. We are seeing the Sun Pharma only. Okay. The open interest fallen by -8%. Prices are risen, but open interest has fallen by -8%. So let us see. Price 28. Oh, my data is saying it is rising. My data is saying it is risen. It has risen. I had done that. 28, हाँ. See, because why sometimes it is not properly, because see, on 27th of August it was expiry day. So after 28th they had taken this 27 as a reference. In NSE site it is not available like that. So that is the reason. But here you will get the open interest data, how much change has happened, how much open interest bar you will see in line form, in chart form, in price also you will be able to see. So I think it will solve your purpose here. Okay, range breakout in Sun Pharma, if subsequent buy will happen, we should long. Now, how will we go long? On Sun Pharma, will mark this high low of this candle. Whenever this outside this boundary, significant time has been spent, then only we will go long or short. See, on chart it is showing long, it is there is no doubt on this, but still we will wait for conversion, because it may be a false breakout also, we don't know. So by waiting you will not lose anything, I guess. And what I had learned in market, what is obvious is not so obvious all the times. So any question on regarding the theoretical aspect, what we had learned? I hope you enjoyed this session, and this has made some, it will make some improvement in your this thing. What we are seeing now, we had seen the open interest data of Sun Pharma. Now we will see the option chain of Sun Pharma. See, both the data will combine, and then we'll see how the things are happening. We'll see option chain of Sun Pharma. Okay. So this is Sun Pharma option chain. So Sun Pharma price around, what are the prices of Sun Pharma? Around 556. Okay. So now around 570, OI has been added, call OI has been added. On 560 added, 570 added, 580 added. So beyond 550 there was significant open interest added on the call side. So if you see around 560, the put call ratio of that strike price is 0.18. Put call ratio of 570 is 0.03. What do you mean by put call ratio of 0.18 when at the strike price 560? Why the how the put call ratio 0.18, what it signifies? Yes, I will share, definitely I will share this PPT. Can you tell me why this put call ratio of, what is 0.18 put call ratio means? When the put call ratio of 0.18 happens, people are bullish. No, 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 no. Just a minute, I'm opening calculator. When the put call ratio of 0.18 happens, that means 1 by 8, 0.12, 1 by 6, 0.16, 1 by 7, 1 by 7.5, 1 by 5.5. If 0.18 put call ratio मतलब 1 divided by 5, around 1 divided by 5.5. Got, everybody is getting it? 1 divided by 5.5 results into 0.18. Is it clear to everybody? 1 divided by 5.5 is 0.18. Is it clear? Everybody, is it clear? 1 divided by 5.5, it is 0.18. So what is put call ratio? Put call ratio is put divided by call. So at the strike price of 560, if we can say the put are, if puts positions are 1, put OI is 1, and if call OI is 5.5, then only the 0.18 comes. So that means around 5.5 times call writers are there than the put writers. At 560, 5.5% लोग ज्यादा है, 5.5% लोग ज्यादा है, 5.5 टाइम्स लोग ज्यादा है कॉल राइटर्स पुट राइटर्स से. सो कॉल राइटर्स क्यों ज्यादा है पुट राइटर्स से, और वो भी सिग्निफिकेंटली. We will analyze the option chain in terms of writing only, not in terms of buying. In terms of writing only, we will analyze the chain. So that signifies that beyond 560, there is a stiff resistance the Sun Pharma will face. And we are not seeing any exit signal from this option chain. The call writers are aggressively writing. They are supposed to reduce their position, but they are not doing that. If this counter is supposed to be bullish, they should exit their call writing, but they are rather doing exiting. They are increasing their call writing positions. So that signifies that beyond 560 there is a stiff resistance for Sun Pharma. Are you getting this point, everyone? Getting this point, that beyond 560 there is a stiff resistance for Sun Pharma. And if at all you get the sign beyond this 564 points, if tomorrow, if this price goes beyond 564, say let us say 565, 567, still you will not go long. Why you will not go long? Why you will not go long? If tomorrow also the prices went above the yesterday's high, then also I'm telling you not to go long. What is the reason for that? Anyone? Why I'm saying that you should not go long on this Sun Pharma beyond 565 also? Because there is a significant call writing is happened. Unless and until you see, let us see NSE site. Unless you see that such kind of move, which kind of, the open interest should reduce. Say the open interest position was around 4 lakhs, and what has happened today? Around 1.8 lakhs open interest, 18 lakhs open interest, 1.8 lakhs open interest is reduced, 1,83,000. So around 50% of open interest is reduced. Unless and until you see such kind of move tomorrow here on call option side, if they exit in a heavily manner, then only you should go long. Otherwise, you should spend some time, wait for some more confirmation. I think this is clear to everybody. Yes, there is a strong resistance. An option chain suggesting it, that there is a strong resistance, and if at all they moves out, if they reduce their position aggressively, if we see in the morning that they are reducing their position aggressively, then only we should go long. Otherwise, we should wait for some more confirmation. So, is this clear? No, Mr. Dev, I don't have any rule for. But what I had seen is that for a stock, if you are going long on a stock, and if the next strike price that is available, where put call ratio is around say 0. let's say more than 0.18, less than 0.18, 0.01, then it means it is a dangerous sign. So around 10 times, 20 times call writing has happened. So chances are the prices might move reverse, might pause for some time, then move ahead. So then beyond, if I found more than 5 times call writing, I will not go long. But again, sometimes what happens in case of an Ashok Leyland, the underlying move was very significant. Means ultimately the options writer call writers has to reduce. But if at all they reduce, you will be able to see that they had reduced heavily. So then you can go long. See, what we should look PCR at only the supportive tools. If you are getting any signal, long signal, and say for example at price 200 you are getting long signal, and at the price of 205 you are seeing that there are around 10 times call writers are there, then you will not go long. If you see at 20 if 200, if you see at 205 around 2 times call writers are there, then you will go long, because that 2 times 3 times is not significant, but beyond 5 times 6 times 7 times call writers, they are significant call writers. So if their positions is quite large, then you will not go long. This is as an additional confirmation we are seeking. If beyond 5 times 10 times we are seeing call writers compared to put writers, then we will not go long. And on the same side, if you are getting any short signal and below that price you are seeing that 5 times 10 times put writers are there, then even you will not go short also. 2 times 3 times put writers are there, then okay, you can move ahead. I will share the PPT and Excel. If at all I share, you will not. It is only a day data. Next day, again, you have to do it manually. I will share. You can have some idea what sort of thing I had made. Okay, is there any question related to this? Was this webinar helpful, guys? Was this available? Will this help you in any way? Yes, Harshil, I will definitely share the Excel and this PPT. Thank you, Mr. Dev. So apart from this, any question? If you have any question, please ask. Otherwise, where will you share? We have your email IDs. I think we'll able to share it on your email ID. We'll mail all of you to all of you. See, for data, you have to look for the NSE site. Here I had shown you NSE site. The end of day data is available. It is available free of cost. Go to the NSE. Go to the new site. Go to the resources. Go to the daily market reports. Here you will get so many data, lots of data you will get. Capital market is the cash market data and derivative is the derivative data. See, I had prepared so many things for my own purpose, so you can do that also. And if you are only interested in futures data, then this website you will get it free. Opstar.definage futures open interest. You will able to see what open interest is doing and what prices are doing. You will able to have some idea. But delivery data you will not have. The stockage app that will have the delivery data also. Just a minute. This app will have the delivery data also, and that is also free. Let us say Sun Pharma deliveries. Here you can see from since last 2-3 days the deliveries are rising. Even at 543 the delivery was highest. Even at 509, 531 delivery was highest. But here you will not able to see the average price, average delivery change. Sometimes what happens, the minor movement also you want to capture. So for that you need something. Otherwise the delivery data is also available here also. And future data is also available here. So there is a, this is my paid version. That is why I think I'm able to do that. You just see, check the select layout and just check the two. I can able to see at least four chart in a single window. So because it's my paid version, that is why I'm able to see that. In a free version, I think it is not available. Okay, I'll see. This is my daily summary. What I will look, I will just filter by color. So I had selected where the significant open interest has happened and where the significant delivery has happened. This data is available in a summary form with me. So I need not to go and check every stock where what has happened, when what is happening. I am readily available with me all the things. Now, say for example, Axis Bank price risen by 7%, open interest by 4%, delivery by 172%. So very significant day. Now what to do from expiry day? Now you put expiry day also here from 27th of August. 27th of August, price has risen by 7% and open interest fallen by 5%. So still people are not that much long, but only a day has happened after the expiry. So, but I am having clear idea where my next trades are in Axis Bank. And now, if I check all the banks, I am having, just a minute, I select the sector and select the banks. I am having the combined picture of every bank. So what has happened? So I think you might able to see in each and every bank there is a significant delivery and there is a significant overnight has happened. So as a general, the banking stock, if yesterday's high is broken, they are all long candidates. But see, for example, SBI. For example, SBI, there is not significant open interest has happened. So SBI is not in my radar list. So this is how I select. Generally, you can do this exercise at weekend. On only check daily what is happening, whether they are confirming your weekend outlook or not. That is how you will able to get success. Finding each stock every day, it is not possible. You just you sit weekend, just find out 4-5 stocks and track only those stocks in next week. Then you will have decent gain in your trading. Is there anything apart from this? And one more thing what I found is, move to the weekly chart, then a percentage change indicator is there. Whenever you see a price has compressed significantly, see from 27th July week, the high low change is 13% for Sun Pharma. On 3 of August, the high low change is 4%. Then it has reduced 5%. Then on the previous week, see on 17th of August wala week, what has happened? See, on the previous week, the price high low change was only 3%, and that was 50% lesser than the average. Average was 6.73%. So just get on guard that prices have compressed significantly. Whatever side this blast has happened, just go on that side. So whenever price compresses significantly, that stocks also should be on your radar. Compress means average weekly range is 8%, and this week range is only 4%, 3%, 2%, 1%. It is called significant compressing. So decent move will happen after that. Is there anything apart from this, or we can conclude here? Indicator name, yes, you can just note down the indicator name. Indicator name is high low percentage change. Go to the indicator, high low. No, it is not that indicator. So ideally you should, this indicator is not available. What you should do is go to the Pine editor. Just a minute, open script. So there is a script available. You just I will share the script with you also. Percentage change script is available. So I had make indicator from that. So I'll share that to you also as well. So got it? Yes, I will share the pine codes. Definitely. Yes, it is in TradingView. So is there anything apart from this? See what I had prepared one more thing. I had prepared high-low weekly change Excel sheet, again another Excel sheet. This Excel sheet contains all the stocks, be NSE 500 stock list, and their daily price, weekly price high-low. So whenever the weekly high-low compress, I just need to select where the highest weekly, lowest weekly is less than. If I select less than minus 70%, these are the stock which are compressed significantly last week. Ircon, Oil, Titan, and Trident. So this is my filter criteria. So I can look this stocks. So that is how you can also make such kind of Excel sheet for you also. So thank you, thanks all of you. If any question is there, we'll take. Otherwise, we'll conclude here. I hope I had added some uh, practical aspects of the derivative analysis. Uh, I'm giving you my number. My name is Mitesh. My number is, and it was available on my site also. My Excel sheet doesn't get automatically updated here. I have to do that manually. I had prepared my own things, but for that also I had to do some manual work also. So next time, whenever you see a price rise, open interest change, don't immediately jump. Whenever you see open interest change 5%, then look into your radar. Then keep that in your radar. 5% open interest change for Nifty stocks is very significant. So whenever you see a 5% open interest change, you should definitely look those stocks. That is my observation. Whenever you see open interest 30%, 40%, you just avoid this stock for at least 3-4 days, next 3-4 days, because the whatever was supposed to happen, it has already happened. So what is our ideal way of looking? Check the price structure, higher high, higher lows, then combine it with open interest, then look support and resistance at the option chain. If you follow this structure, I think then you will get success. The first thing is trend. The trend is completely uh, important. You should not avoid the trend. Whatever your chart suggesting, you should not avoid that. If chart are saying long, then you should see some kind of long activity in open interest. So thank you all of you. Thanks all of you. Bye. Have a nice weekend to everybody.